Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to our channel. We are a little short. In case you are a little short on time, on patience, on money, whatever it may be, we totally get it. So come grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a chair, and come unwind with us. Today's going to be a little bit different. We are going to really be going through some of our favorite self-care, self-love, things that we like to use, things that we keep around the house, everything from like books, inner self-care to outer self-care, like facial masks and everything. If you have any suggestions or what you like to use at home for your own self-love, your own self-care, you guys definitely leave those down in the comments below so we can check those out. And everything that we have in this video, we will also include in the description so that you guys can check those out as well. So without further ado, here we go. The first set of books that I'm going to show you, I love these books. I absolutely love these books. These books are very much geared towards your relationship. I actually started reading these when me and my boyfriend started dating. These are books that I hold near and dear. They helped me understand a lot of where my mindset should be in a relationship in order to achieve that mutual companionship. So these are my go-to books. This first one is called From Me to We. This book I actually got from my boyfriend. He actually suggested I read it. He said it was a pretty good read and knew that I was somebody who liked to have books like this on hand. So I've actually read this whole book. This book I find to be quite helpful for this generation as a whole. I feel like we're so used to doing things on our own, and a lot of us have single parents. We've watched do things on their own, so we're just so used to it. But this book really goes over not necessarily the old school way of doing things together, but it tells you and explains to you and breaks it down for you as to why it's okay and how you can make yourself feel okay being able to form a companionship with someone else and have those things where you guys can meet and rely on each other. So these next two books, we are actually very, very big fans of Gary Chapman, and if you don't know who he is, he actually wrote The 5 Love Languages. Now I actually have that book, but I've let a friend borrow it, so she still has it, so I don't physically have it, but we'll show a picture of it somewhere here. This first book kind of goes with The 5 Love Languages, and it's called Now You're Speaking My Language: Honest Communication and Deeper Intimacy for a Stronger Marriage. This book is supposed to be like the five love languages, but in depth. It's supposed to kind of guide you to not just the superficial, like how do I show my partner I love them, but how do I really maintain the knowledge of why that makes them feel loved, or why this makes me feel loved, so on and so forth. So this book I highly recommend. From what we've read so far, we love it, as well as The 5 Love Languages. That book is very good. It takes a minute to get started because you start to read it and you start to think like, all of these are my love language, and really they're not. But once you get towards the end, you start to realize and really break down to yourself, well, you know, mine could be this one more than this one, so on and so forth. So this next book, it's a couple's guide to a growing marriage, and it's actually a Bible study book. You get to go through certain parts of the Bible together, and then you have different chapters that will ask you different things on each part of the Bible that you study together. So these books I highly recommend, and really anything by Gary Chapman. I feel like he's really good at making you understand not only, you know, how to give other people love, but how to give yourself love, or how to make sure, you know, other people know how you want to be loved in a very secure, very plain, old-fashioned way of understanding. And we will put them in the description below with our Amazon affiliate links. These books that I'm going to show you next are probably my favorite to-go feel-good books. They're very like self-confident based, and they really give you a lot of, the writer gives you a lot of insight to her personal experience with confidence and how she got to where she was, and why she started. So this one is called You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. It really gives me a way to gain my confidence and my motive back. Every time that I've read it, I've started a new project and finished it. So this is one of my favorite books to read. She has a couple extensions of You Are a Badass. So this is You Are a Badass at Making Money. I have only read a little bit of this. The first couple of chapters is also a very, very good read. Again, she gives you a lot of tips and tricks to how to stay motivated and whatever it is that you want to do with your income or with your savings, or any goal setting that you might want to do financially. She gives you a lot of confidence in those areas. So I love these books. You guys can go read them, and we'll include the links in case you want to look up the details or get a sample read in the description. So these next set of books are really less books. My best friend is actually very big into interactive journals, like interactive self-care journals. So she gets a lot of ones that really appeal to her nature. Like she gets planners that have curse words in it and just, things that really appeal to her. Some people can really do with random writing or like interactive, picturesque kind of writing activities and things like that in an adult book version, which is just how this is kind of set up. It's called Start Where You Are, and it says it's a journal for exploration. So basically you have little pages like this, and one will give you like a little quote, and the next page will give you something to do. So this has you make a list. This side says things that excite me, and this side says things that slow me down. So it has you do little activities like that. Like this one also has a quote and then has like a chart. For people who like to do stuff like this is actually a really good book, and I think it's only like $10 on Amazon. Could be $11, one of those two. But you can also find this book somewhere like Walmart or Target. This is definitely sold on the shelves, but this is a very good interactive workbook for people who have to be like writing or like to write or vent or however it is. And then for people who don't really like that interactive type of writing, this is like a writing prompt book. So it's 400 writing prompts. As you can see, they give you different prompts on each page. And you can either do them in here, they give you the lines to do them in here, or you can do them in your own journal. Now, this journal and this prompt book I actually got from the same place. These books I got for, I think I got this one for $5 and this one for $4 at Five and Below. There's not really much difference in the size. This one on Amazon and this one also on Amazon, but we will leave Amazon links for both of these in the description as well. Those are the books I like to use, the books I like to read. We will include all the prices and the Amazon links and everything in the description, so you guys can go and check those out. The next couple things I'm gonna show you are just what I have on hand, but for my personal self-care days, these are what I use. These are my 3 favorite masks. See if you can see them. So again, I went to Five and Below and I got these 2 masks right here. These 2 masks were $5 each. This one is a rose gold peel off mask, and this one is a charcoal peel off mask. Now the only charcoal masks that I've been able to find have been like the scrubs, and I don't like those, but I ended up finding this at Five and Below. It was like $5, so I got it and it works extremely well. This is also a charcoal peel off mask. I've actually had this for a really, really long time. You can probably tell, but the bottle's kind of beat up. I've had this for a while. My mom actually gave me this. She sells makeup and skincare and things like that, so she's really attuned to like what I could use for my skin that would help me better itself, and she gives me a lot of like samples of stuff that she thinks that would, you know, that I'd like. So this is one of the things that she gave me, I think like a year or two ago, and I use it sparingly because you really don't need to use a lot, but also because charcoal is one of those things that dries out my skin. So I love this mask though. It's very easy to use. You don't need a lot, and it's really easy to take off, as well as this one. This one I believe is, this one I think is $7 on Amazon. So again, we'll include that link down in the description for as many of these as we can find. But again, if you have like a 5 and Below, or Walmart, Target, I believe also sell these, you can go and pick these up as well. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you are more masks. But these masks, I've actually got 2 different kinds, and I love them both. I think they're great. These masks are the facial tissue masks. And so they're sheets, and they sit and they soak in these minerals or materials or whatever they're using. That way, whenever you put it on your face, you're not really self-applying, you're just putting the tissue mask on it. I have 2 different kinds. So again, these are ones that my mom's given me, like through samples or through different, you know, trades that she's made and stuff like this. And this is actually the Salavi brand. They are very, very good. I also think they're fairly cheap on Amazon. They're like 12, you get 12, one of each for like $10 or so. And then these are New Pore. Now, again, I'm a big fan of 5 and Below. So New Pore is the brand that they carry for facial tissue masks. I don't use facial tissue masks very often, but when I do use them, they come in handy, and it's really easy to take off, really disposable. I really like using them when I do. The reviews that I've seen on both of these brands have been pretty similar. So I also don't know if, I'm not too sure if there's a difference between them. I don't see a difference when I use them, but these are some of my favorite masks, tissue masks to use. So along with the masks, I also am a big fan of Dr. Teal's. One of my favorites from them is their bubble bath. The bubble bath I actually use a lot, so I don't have any to show you because I'm out, but we'll include a picture of it somewhere here, as well as, you know, books and journaling and self-love with self-care with, you know, masks and pampering and things like that. You can always also reach out to someone and vent. As we say, venting is such a healthy thing, and it's so normal. I feel like this past year we've actually grown a lot more to channel our venting a little bit better through, you know, various discussions, as well as some of the books that we've read and some of the impressions that we've taken from other couples. But our venting kind of goes into a different flow so that, you know, it stays, whatever we bring home from work stays out of our relationship, stays out of our home, but we're still able to get it out. So if you are needing a day for self-care, a day to show yourself some love, these are some of my favorite things to use. And again, if you ever need to sit down with your friend, your brother, your sister, your mom, and talk, then definitely let them know, because an ear is always, an ear is better than holding it in. So we're going to include all of the Amazon links in the description. Please let us know if you guys enjoyed this video. We're thinking about doing a couple more videos like this, just with different things that are our favorites or suggestions or different reviews on things that we found. If you have any suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned because we do have some different things coming up. We did start a blog. So this video will probably be posted on that blog, and we'll have like the written version of the video in the blog so that you can keep up with the Amazon affiliate links without always having to go to this video. We'll include the link to the blog here. We are also going to start weekly vlogging videos pretty soon, and our next subscription box will actually come out next week. So you guys stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.